Hello and welcome to the e-course module about environmental impact of youth project, which is part of the K2 project Growing Youth Work, co-founded by the Erasmus Plus program of the European Union. This module has two parts. We are going to focus on the first part, which is about environmental impact of youth projects. The course has four parts: environmental impact, the environmental policies, how to lower the environmental impact of youth projects, and other supportive materials. First, we're going to start with the environmental impact and what is it exactly. So the environmental impacts are the effects, the changes in the nature of the built habitat that take place because of one or multiple actions with negative or positive short, long-term effects on air, soil, water, flora and fauna, and in general on our ecosystem. There are different types of environmental impact, such as air pollution or land pollution, global warming and climate change, deforestation, habitat creation, and improved soil quality. The environmental aspects are the causes or the reasons of the environmental impact, the positive or negative actions on the nature or built habitat of the people on the planet. Here we are going to present a list of environmental aspects so you can have a better idea what we are talking about. For example, the use of raw materials and natural resources, the use of energy, emissions to the air, such as the greenhouses, releases to water, releases to land, energy which is emitted, the generation of waste and other byproducts. Why do we need to take the environmental impact of humans into considerations? Let's see some reasons for this. First of all, human beings depend directly on the biodiversity of ecosystem. Also, it is vital to measure, plan, and minimize the environmental impact on ecosystems. And it is necessary for the well-being of all flora and fauna to keep the ecological balance. Also, as the human population grows, natural resources are being used more and more. This finally leads to a lost balance in nature. Because of this, we need to compensate in a way or another for this environmental impact that we leave on the planet. We need to reach a more sustainable human development in order to have a non-destructive relationship between humans and the planet. There are some environmental policies which we are going to talk about now. For example, the environment and the fight against climate change, which is one of the Erasmus Plus program key priorities of the European Union. What are the needs of this priority? What does this priority and this policy want? It wants to provide learners of all ages, people of all ages, with opportunities to find out about the climate crisis and the sustainability in formal and non-formal education. This policy also wants to make learning for the green transition a priority in education and training policies and programs, and also to make sustainability part of the education and training, professional development for educators and buildings, infrastructure and operations. A few features of the priority. It is a key instrument for building knowledge, skills, and attitudes on climate change and supporting sustainable development both within the European Union and beyond. This priority will increase the number of mobility opportunities in green, forward-looking domains, which support the development of competencies, enhance career prospects, and engage participants in areas which are strategic for sustainable growth. This priority will also strive for carbon neutrality by promoting sustainable transport modes and more environmentally responsible behavior. We are going to move forward to other policy, which is the European Green Deal. The European Green Deal is a European strategy whose main aim is to make Europe climate neutral by 2050. This policy wants to involve all the citizens from various institutions and communities in this transition, Basically, all the people that are citizens of EU and not only can and should get involved. The purpose of this policy is to transform the EU and make it modern and resource efficient and competitive economy. In this way, it will ensure no net emissions of greenhouse gases by 2050, and also an economic growth decoupled from resource use. Like we previously said, this policy wants to involve everyone in this process. What are the benefits of European Green Deal? Let's discover a few of them together. Some of them will be listed here, but this is not restricted to this. So we talk about fresh air, cleaner water, healthy soil and biodiversity, renovated energy efficient buildings, healthy and affordable food, more public transport and accessible to everyone, cleaner energy and cutting-edge clear technological innovations, longer lasting products that can be repaired, recycled and reused. Also, the policy wants future-proof jobs and skills training for this transition for the citizens of EU. And also to encourage a global competitive and resilient industry. Another policy that we are going to present, which is relevant for us, is the Sustainable Development Goal number 13, climate action. It has a very clear and simple purpose: to take urgent action to combat climate change and its impact. Here you can see listed a few of the targets which are proposed by this priority. Let's read a few of them to make an idea. These are to strengthen resilience and adaptive capacity to climate-related disasters, to integrate climate change measures into national policies, to improve education, awareness raising, and human and institutional capacity on climate change, mitigation, adaptation, impact reduction, and early warning. How to lower the environmental impact of youth projects? Have you thought about this when you are proposing and implementing your projects? Let's see some reasons why the Erasmus Plus program encourages organization and participants involved to incorporate some green practices in their projects when they're designing the activities. So these reasons are to enable them to discuss and learn about environmental issues, to reflect about local actions and what each of them can do in their communities, and also to come up with some other alternative greener ways of implementing their activities. Erasmus Plus program wants to give priority to the projects which encourage these actions with specific aims connected to green practices, such as developing competencies in various green sectors, contributing to sustainable development goals, developing green sectoral skill strategies and methodologies, supporting the organizations regarding environmental sustainability, enabling behavioral changes for individual preferences, cultural values and awareness, and supportive active engagement for sustainable development. Next, we are going to name a few platforms which produce support materials and facilitate the exchange of effective educational practices and policies for environmental sustainability. These are European School Education Platform, such as eTwinning and EPALE. If you want to find out more about this, we encourage you to check out this website. If you are interested in getting more information connected to this topic, here are some video recommendations, such as environmental impact assessment, causes and effects of climate change, and so on. They are included in the presentation, and you can check the links after this. Also, we have included 4 good practices projects that were already implemented, and you can use as guidelines for proposing and implementing your own projects. You can check them out at the following links at their project cards. Here are 5 books that can help you get further into the topic of environmental impact. These are Making Sustainability Work, Sustainable Places, Addressing Social Inequality, How You Can Save the Planet, The Ecological Self, and 101 Ways to Go Zero Waste. You can use ideas from these books in order to propose activities and practices during your project. This was the submodule 1, Environmental Impact of Project. Thank you for your attention and see you for the next part about social impact of projects.